So originally when I saw this news kind of break and all the theories about it, I kind of laughed at it and put it to the side and didn't really think about it until yesterday when I re-looked at it and I was like, you know what, hold on a second. Are they onto something here, right? So I decided to form my own opinion. I decided to see what some other YouTubers were talking about, mainly John Campy, one of my favorites, obviously. And a lot of people are starting to talk a little bit more highly on the recent reports that Robert Downey Jr. might be returning to the MCU to play Doctor Doom. Now, it is being said here that Robert Downey Jr. is in talks to play Doctor Doom in Secret Wars. According to insider Jeff Snyder, Robert Downey Jr. is reportedly in talks to return as Doctor Doom in Avengers Secret Wars. The actor will be playing a multiversal variant of Tony Stark that transforms into Doctor Doom, the main villain of the Avengers sequel. Now again, when I first thought about it, I was thinking, well, why would they ever do this? This is the dumbest thing ever. Like, Doctor Doom is obviously Victor Von Doom, and he always pretty much has been, right? And to introduce him into the MCU, it would just be low-key such a weird thing to be like, well, Robert Downey Jr. is coming back to the MCU, but he's not coming back as Iron Man. He's coming back as Doctor Doom. Like, out of all characters, why would it be Tony Stark? But then, one of the first things I actually thought about, and then John Campy actually talked about it in his video, where I basically said, well, hold on a second. What if the most intelligent man in the world, instead of him turning into a good guy, like he uses his wealth and fortune for good, what if he did the opposite and did it for evil? Because a point that John Campy made was, in over a weekend, Tony Stark was able to figure out time travel and then go act upon it the next day and save like half of literally the universe, right? He was able to do that in like 2.5 to 3 days. Imagine what he could do, right? If he decided, instead of doing that for good, what if he decided to do that for evil? And Doctor Doom is one of the most powerful, one of the most evil characters who is also extremely smart. The thing is, Marvel might be sitting there and they're thinking, hold on a second, we obviously need to get everyone's trust back in the MCU. We need to obviously make things right and make good movies. We just made Deadpool and Wolverine, which has gone really great with the reviews. It's probably going to make a ton of money, etc., etc. Now we're making Captain America Brave New World. We've spent an extra like $100 million on it to reshoot 50% of the movie to make sure it's good. And now we've got Fantastic Four, Marvel's first family, and we need to make not only it good, but we need to give people a reason to go and watch it. And I think that was a partial move of hiring Pedro Pascal. Is Pedro Pascal necessarily the best actor to play, Reed Richards? Probably not. But is he the actor who's going to meet the middle ground of, not only is he going to play the character decent, but he's going to bring in a ton of really great viewers? Yes. We know that the rumor is Doctor Doom is not supposed to be the main villain of the Fantastic Four movie, but is supposed to play a role. Wouldn't it be interesting if, for the whole entire start of the movie to the end, Tony Stark has a lot of scenes throughout the movie where he is obviously Tony Stark and he still has his weapons company, all of this type of stuff. Because obviously this Fantastic Four movie, by the way, is supposed to be the first movie actually mainly set in a different, universe other than Deadpool and Wolverine, which we know is obviously in a different universe. This is the first MCU movie that's not coming over from Fox, an established universe. This is its first thing, its own universe, the first time we're seeing it, right? What if Tony Stark in this movie was just a guy who owned a weapons, manufacturing company, and then as the movie goes on, we see slight scenes of him maybe getting a little bit more evil, and then by the end of it, he turns into Doctor Doom. This would be crazy because imagine his first on-screen appearance And everyone sees that and is thinking, oh my God, Iron Man's going to be in this movie. Like all the casual fans that are probably going to this and thinking, holy crap, Iron Man is in this movie and he's alive in this different universe, all for him to become Doctor Doom later on. Am I the only one who's just like warmed up to this idea? Like it could actually be good? Don't get me wrong, I still think they should go with Victor Von Doom as Doctor Doom. But I mean, you can seriously tell that Robert Downey Jr. is itching to get back into the MCU. With the last 6 months and all the reports that he and Chris Hemsworth? What the fuck am I talking about? He and Chris Evans are like itching to get back into the MCU. You can tell they are going to do something. And I mean, for this period right now, I'm going to say a spoiler about Deadpool and Wolverine. So spoilers will be up. Click to whenever the spoilers go off my face or above me, wherever I want to put on the screen. But obviously, Chris Evans, those rumors of Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. itching to get back into the MCU were clearly confirmed true when Chris Evans was put as a small role, definitely not a cameo because it was like 5 to 10 minutes of screen time in Deadpool and Wolverine as Johnny Storm. I think they're definitely going to bring Chris Evans back probably to do something else. I don't know what it will be. And yeah, Robert Downey Jr. will, I'm assuming, be like that as well. So yeah, spoilers off now for Deadpool and Wolverine. But obviously, yeah, I think Robert Downey Jr., he is itching to get back into the MCU. Those reports of him wanting to are clearly confirmed at this point, and they're going to bring him back. But what are they going to bring him back most likely as? I think it's going to be something cool. Yes, you can do a different Iron Man or Tony Stark variant from a different universe, but is that really that cool? Does that also defeat some of the purpose maybe of Avengers Endgame and Tony Stark's death in that? Probably, right? Or could you do this slight retcon of Fantastic Four where Tony Stark gets introduced at the start of the movie, maybe only has a couple of minutes of screen time as the movie goes, but you slowly see maybe a more evil side come out of him throughout the end of the movie, gets people's hopes up that Iron Man is going to be returning, all for Doctor Doom to be, again, Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. Wouldn't that be an awesome idea? Then we can obviously have him as the lead villain maybe for Secret Wars. And then maybe if he somehow stays alive, he's then the lead villain of Fantastic Four 2. Something like that, right? However they're going to play this out. So I don't even think it's the worst idea. Will they do it? Probably not. But also, I still think there's like a 25% chance that maybe Marvel decide to be super risky, do something that we've never ever seen before, and really it will change comic book movies forever because it would be the biggest plot twist ever if the main hero of the first 4 Avengers movies becomes like the main villain of the next 2 or 3, right? Or something like that. I don't know. How crazy of a reality would that literally be? Of course, I'd very much like to hear all your thoughts and opinions on this down below. Please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Do you guys think they're going to bring Robert Downey Jr. back maybe to be Tony Stark in Fantastic Four? Maybe he could play, obviously Doctor Doom. Let me know all your thoughts and opinions on this all down below. Please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.